Why pay for the music when I can get it for free?
Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it.
I get my music from LimeWire.
I get most of my music from LimeWire, Kazaa, and BitTorrent.
LimeWire.
Most people never get caught downloading illegally.
Because it's not like anyone ever gets caught for it.
What are the chances, like 1 in a million that somebody gets busted?
What do I think would happen if I got caught? Well, that probably wouldn't happen, but if it does, I would have to pay a lot.
What could happen?
Why don't I pay for my music? Well, I do sometimes on iTunes, but I don't want to waste all my money.
It's way too expensive.
That's just a waste of money when I can get it for free.
Why pay for the music when I can get it for free?
Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it.
In recent classroom discussions about internet piracy, the staff of Wamego Middle School found two pervading problems with the online behavior of our 8th grade students. First, an alarming number of our students, and even some of our staff, were participating in illegal file sharing. Second, most of the students and staff engaging in this behavior don't even realize that they are breaking the law. In an effort to help our middle school students make more informed choices when using media, we sought to educate them on the pitfalls and risks of illegal file sharing. Our objectives included determining a need for instruction by establishing a baseline of student knowledge regarding file sharing, increasing student knowledge of the legalities of music sharing, increasing student knowledge of the legalities of video sharing, presenting the risks to students and their computers posed by file sharing, measuring the gain in student knowledge regarding file sharing. First, all 7th grade students willing to participate in the project were administered a true-false pretest consisting of 17 scenarios reflective of common file sharing practices. Second, the course developer researched copyright law as applied to use and misuse of audio and video files. Third, a course was developed that would present the legalities in terms and scenarios that could be understood and applied by middle school students. Fourth, students participated in the course and received instruction in the legalities and risks of file sharing. Fifth, students took a post-test on the subject matter to provide a score to be compared with their initial score on the pretest. Finally, students and staff were able to have a question and answer session with staff knowledgeable in the content area. In addition, students who participated in the study were entered into a drawing for a $15 iTunes card, and a student from those participating was chosen to design a logo using Microsoft Paint. This logo was to be relevant and cautionary to the pitfalls of illegal file sharing. In addition, a web page with relevant information on the file sharing was developed for teachers, parents, and students, then attached to the USD 320 home site. To evaluate the effectiveness of the course, we made a comparison of the pre- and post-test scores of each participant. With the exception of 4 out of the 53 students, all participants increased their score from the pretest to the post-test. The mean or average gain per student was positive 3.77 points when the pre- and post-tests were compared. In an effort to look more closely at how students did on individual items, and look for trends to help guide further in future instruction, we charted the individual test items missed by each student. The 7th grade staff and course designer set a 70% rate of mastery for the participating students. In other words, if 70% of the students, at least 37 of the 53, mastered the objective, it will not be covered again. We then performed an item analysis to seek out which items were missed by more than 30% of the course participants. We found out that of the 17 topics covered, only 6 were not taught effectively and did not meet the 70% proficiency goal. Of these 6, only 2 were behaviors that involve scenarios common to the behaviors of the target audience, such as using peer-to-peer networks to illegally share music. All 6 topics, however, are still being considered for further instruction. In summary, we identified problematic behaviors that put students, staff, and school resources at risk. We provided instruction and assessment to help solve the issue. We evaluated the effectiveness of the instruction and found it to be effective when looking at the average gain made students on the test and in their mastery of the learning objectives.
It's way too expensive.
That's just a waste of money when I can get it for free.
Why pay for the music when I can get it for free?
Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it.